anything. Ready? Ready? Yes. Okay. I'm ready. Hi, Donna. No, it's not an animal. No. 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 Yes. Oh, maybe. Yeah, sometimes. No. No. I'm trying to see how good this thing is. No. No. Sometimes. Yes. I think your mind is giving me mixed signals. That's how my mind works, mixed signals. Can you control it? Sometimes. How are you, sweetie? Is it considered valuable? Yes. Is it small? No. Can you put something into it? Well, kind of. Yes. Can a basketball player use it? No. Is it very large? Sometimes. Would you find it on a farm? You could find it on a farm. My mystical powers are pure magic. Is it the human? Yes, it is. Yes. Wow. Interesting. I can't read. Hola, buenos. I love buenos, Richard. Hello, hello. What is that? Oh, I was just going through some old stuff, and it was my son's that he had left with some stuff that I had moved with some of my stuff. And it's just this 20Q, it's called. And it tries to guess what you're thinking. So it'll ask you some questions, and you answer them, and it tells you if it guessed it. I cannot believe it. So I'm going to let you ladies know you might not have the same problem I have. But after you have children, and especially if you've had a C-section, sometimes our bellies get a little flabby down here when our muscles have been cut into. We get little stretch marks down here. So I got this stuff called Get Dreamy, and you're supposed to wear it at night. It smells like lavender. You put it on your belly at night when you go to sleep, and it's overnight toning body whip. And it's supposed to help tighten and firm that up and lessen the appearance of nasty, ugly stretch marks. So, hey, Just Ricky. You're going to bed, honey? How are you? How are you, Just Ricky? Just Ricky, if you have any saggy skin or stretch marks, you got to get this stuff called Get Dreamy, okay? It's a mousse. It smells like lavender. It smells delicious. And you put it on your belly or hips or wherever you got a little, and it's supposed to tighten it up. So I just put it on today for the first time. This was like $45. It was like $45, but you can get a trial where you don't pay for it until 3 weeks or something to see if you like it. But here's the thing, my account got hacked. So somebody tried 4 different places or 4 different whatevers tried to take money out of my account. So they had to cancel my card and they're sending me a new one. I'm so lost without it. Not for an hour. I'm okay dealing with medical issues, but plowing through. I'm a stubborn bitch. You're a stubborn bitch. What's going on? What are your medical issues? If you don't feel like sharing, you don't have to, but excuse me. Just Ricky, you are a stubborn bitch, but a cute one. Hey, have you heard anything from Moxie? I'm worried about her. Well, I haven't heard nothing from her in such a long time. Oh my gosh, you guys, today I had to type up a 10-day notice for one of our residents. She has been a nightmare for everybody. She goes around and bullies people. She picks fights with people. She's fighting over parking spaces when we don't have assigned parking spaces. She's demanding that someone doesn't park in her space. I mean, she is just, people don't want to go out of their apartments because they're going to run into her and she's going to start crap with them. So for a year, I've been letting this go since I've been working, and, I've tried to just give her the benefit of the doubt. Well, I was someone wrote a letter and 5 people signed it. And my boss stopped by today and I showed her the letter. She read it and she said, give her a notice. First, she said, give her a 3-day notice. So our attorney for the company sends us all of our 30-day notices, 10-day notices, 3-day notices. I read over the 3-day notice and there was no way for her to make right what she was doing. Like there was no option. It was a 3-day get out. Okay. So I call my boss. I'm like, I don't think that one's going to work because we don't want to give her 3 days to get out. And so I went and I looked over all the other ones. She goes, give her a 30-day. So I went and read the 30 days. The 30-day ones are for non-payment of rent, right? So I read over the 10-day one and I emailed the attorney and I'm like, is this the one I'd use? Well, I never heard back. So I just went ahead and filled that out. We have a lot. When we serve somebody, we have to put one on their door. We have to certify mail one. We have to send one to the attorney and we have to keep a copy. So there's it's a lot. And I'm just like, God, why can't she just be nice? And you know what? She's kind of racist too, because one of the gals, like before I came here, had a friend from out of the country and he was dark skinned. And she said, she made some comment about, oh, you've got an N-word here or something like that. And she could have been kicked out just for that. But nothing happened. So I sent a letter to the lawyer probably 6 months after I was here with the letters that residents have written about her. And some of them were just too old. They had to be more recent. So she's not only racist, but she also is attacking people's religion as well. She claims to be a Christian. Somebody else is a Jehovah's Witness. And she calls her a cult. She like always is badgering her about her religion. And this lady, the one who's a Jehovah's Witness, she is the nicest, sweetest lady there is around. Like, and she's going blind. And I said, really? You're harassing her? I said, and you call yourself a Christian? what are you doing? Like, God doesn't like that. And she's like, he doesn't like cults. I'm like, oh, okay. But it's just gross. It's gross. Some of my medications aren't working anymore, so we're getting on a new. Oh no, Ricky, I'm sorry. She's just taking a break, something a lot of us should do at times. Yeah, that's why I'm not on here too much. Like, I remember almost every night I would do a live long time ago, talk about politics or whatever. And it's just, there's too much in life to do. I'm too tired, like working and, trying to get my life together. Did she say she's coming back, Ricky? Is she coming back? Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Did she say if she's coming back or not? Did she move? And how's Sasha? Do you know? I hate my hair. Oh, I don't know. I just feel like Sosa's. I think Donna asked where Sosa is. Sosa hasn't been back yet since my son came and picked him up. So, he's not. My son called tonight, and I thought for sure he was going to ask if he could bring Sosa over, but he didn't. I was like, wow. Has any of your guys' accounts recently been people trying to charge things on your debit card, like through your account? Is anyone else dealing with that? Because I'm finding that it happened to me like 4 months ago as well. So I think what I'm deciding is I'm not going to use my bank card, debit card to order anything anymore. God's trying to tell me something. I think I'm just going to use my Cash App card. Oh, and it was nice. I had loaned one of our residents $10 because she needed gas a couple weeks ago. And all of a sudden I hear my Cash App thing go off. And I'm like, what? Someone's sending me something? That doesn't happen too often. And it was her giving it back. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And she comes into my office. She goes, did you get my Cash App? I'm like, yes, I just did. She goes, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot about paying you back. I'm like, hey, you know what? Thank you for paying me back. $10, that helps. $10 is $10. It is, Donna, because it's happened like twice in 4 months. And it's a pain in the ass to go through when you've got automatic payments coming out of things like Affirm, Affirm, because I've ordered things, and they let you pay a certain amount right at that time, and then they split up the next payments over however long. And so I've got that. I've got my T-Mobile. I've got my Mariner, a loan I got. I have my Ulta. I have my Petco. I've got, just all these automatic payments that come out. And now I'm going to have to go through and pay them all. Like I said, she's just taking a break. She'll be back, just not right away. She is doing okay, though. I just miss her. I loved her video. I loved her lives. It felt like a little family in there, Ricky, didn't it? Everybody would be in there, and it was, such a nice, calming place. And even though we were talking about the you know what, hi, Robin. Even though we were talking about Psycho, Moxie was just very classy, and is, sorry. She's very classy, and she's not mean, and she's got great taste. And I love hearing her talk about things, things that she used to do or whatever things she's experiencing. I loved listening to her. And it would break my heart when she would cry, though, because she's a strong woman, so it takes something for her to cry. And I can tell she's been through a lot in life. And Moxie is beautiful. It just cracks me up. Like, so many of these women, like Paula, Moxie, Peb's mom, everybody, Robin, everybody, Mandy, Karen, so beautiful, right? Like, not only on the inside, but their looks, beautiful. And all in one group, right? And that, see you next Tuesday, would always bash these women's looks. And it's like, have you looked in the mirror lately? I would get so sick of looking at her face. Like, I don't look for her videos. They don't pop up on my thing. The only time I see her face is because I follow Paula. If Paula posts something about her, then I'll see it. But I just got to the point where I would just get so irritated seeing her face. And she would think she is so beautiful compared to Mandy. And it's like, girl, you got nothing on Mandy. I always said Mandy was my girl crush because she's adorable. I love her big blue eyes. She's so pretty. Oh, Robin, no, I'm not. Ew, gosh. Well, thank you. I'm supposed to be getting better at compliments, but sometimes I go like this. Sometimes I can take a compliment and say thank you. And sometimes I'm just like, my natural reaction is to be like, ugh. I guess it all depends about how I'm feeling. You know what I mean? But lately, I haven't felt so beautiful. I feel old. I'm getting really old. And it's scary. I can hear it started pouring down rain. It's scary. Like, going on 57, I'm like, God, that's only 3 years away from 60. And 60, you're 3/4 of the way there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Robin, ew. Thank you. Judy comes a minute. Thank you, just Ricky. I don't know if it, yeah, twat nacho. She's so gross. I mean, okay, Mandy is classy and a lady, right? Then you take the tea bag and you look at the thing she does, burping on camera, farting. I can understand you accidentally, it slips and you're like, oops, sorry. Just chomping away on camera, not trying to close her mouth and chew. So many things. It's like, what a pig. She's just an absolute slob. So gross. And then her need to have to put everything out there. Girl's never going to be famous. And I think it's just, she just can't accept it. I think, and I really believe this, okay? I think this. She, if that picture is recent that Paula posted last week sometime, where she dyed her hair back red or darker, she's in the car and she's getting huge, like Paula's thing says, that's a big bitch. That's a big bitch. Anyways, I think she's going to try to go that route. She's going to try to become 600 pounds. So she can either be a feeder or try to get on a show to lose the weight or be some kind of inspiration to lose weight. That's what I think. Ricky's pretty too. Hey, enough. I'm already 57. Shush. You are? I didn't think you were my age, Ricky. Well, I don't think you look 57. I think that, I guess there's days, right? I'm sure there's days that you feel like you look good and you're like, damn, I look good today. And some days where you're like, God, I look fucking old, Robin, I think she's up to something. I do. She's already a case study in what happens if you do too much crack as a teenager. Ricky, Robin, have you guys, Donna, I don't think Donna watches this stuff, but have you watched Lisa, the gal from TikTok? She's all over YouTube too because people cover her. I'm so sick of seeing Gabby's face everywhere. Gabby, I have no interest in. Um, Never guess. Yeah, Ricky's 50. October, baby. I'll be 57 in October. And in 6 days, almost 5 days, I have my year anniversary with my job. So that's crazy. Your husband's 64? Wow, that's crazy. I always save stuff to talk about, you guys, because when I'm not on here and I'm just reading articles or whatever, I'm like, oh, I got to save that. I'm sure they would like to hear about it, talk about it. But can we talk about The Handmaid's Tale? Has anybody watched it? Happily Married. Wow, since 2012. She, an absolute nutcase. Then you got Lori, Lisa, Gabby. They're all older women behaving like 12-year-olds. How 12-year-olds shouldn't behave, if you know what I'm saying. Did any of you guys watch The Handmaid's Tale? Please tell me. So I watched The Handmaid's Tale. They had 3 episodes the first night it aired. This is their last season ever. And I have to say, June, she's an amazing actress, right? But what's the oh gosh, come on. The gal's name that was stuck on the train with her, who used to be June was her handmaid. What is her name? She's Serena. She's so beautiful, you guys. Serena is just drop dead gorgeous. I read the book. I watched the first 3 episodes and was not impressed. The oppression of those women sick. Yeah, it's terrible. But what I like about it though, Ricky, is June Osborne in the show. She's a fighter and she's fighting and fighting and fighting to get those women free. But they do believe that they're doing good. They're crazy. They're literally R-ing these young women and letting them live in their home and be their slave, and then impregnating them and making them give the baby to them. And the wife is okay with the husband impregnating the girl. And the ceremony, Ricky, did you see the ceremony, how they do it? You guys, this is nuts. So it's not even a sexual thing for them. It's like, so they get all dressed up. It's a big deal, right? They get all dressed up, right? So they go in the bedroom. The wife is sitting at the head of the bed, and she's got her legs like that, right? Hey, Robert, how are you, honey? She's got her legs open like that. Well, the handmaid is laid back on the bed with her head like in the crotch of the woman, the wife. The husband is at the foot of the bed, standing up. So it's like they're acting out that the husband is impregnating the wife through the handmaid. In all actuality, the handmaid's the one that's getting pregnant. It's just sick. The way they do it is sickening. And they have their own town. They can't leave. They can't go anywhere. I don't know how they did it. I really don't know. Of course, the wife is okay with the slave laying between her legs to get knocked up. That means the wife will have a baby without the damn stretch marks. Exactly. Yeah. And in all actuality, she doesn't have to do anything with her pig of a husband because Those men are pigs. Those men are disgusting pigs. And it's crazy how many of these girls are in there, you know? But I do like, I mean, I don't like, I cry when I see really sad scenes, but I just like watching June and her husband and Moya, her best friend, when they get together and they try to fight back and they try to take them down. That's like, I don't know, it's really cool to see someone fight like that for justice. And some of those men are hung as I saw pics of that. Did you really? Those pigs. You know what's weird, Ricky, is I've never cared about the size of a man. I just haven't. Now, I do have to say I was with this one dude. He was like a pencil. It was so gross. It was like, it was long and really, really skinny. I had a nickname for him, Pencil Dick. It was so gross. I couldn't be with him anymore. You are getting more beautiful day by day. Aw, thank you. And you love it and can't tear yourself away from what, Robert? The Handmaid's Tale? Is that what you're talking about, hun? What, Robert? Can't tear myself away from what? The Handmaid's Tale? Yes, I do love that show. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. I babysat my grandbaby the other night, and we had so much fun. I read to her. We played a counting game. We watched cartoons. It was really fun. Okay, honey, when I was a slave boy to master's daddies, I was trained to take only big ones. Got to be at least 11. 11 inches? Oh my gosh. That's humongous. Oh, so Ricky, were you like a sugar baby or something? You say daddies. Did you work in like a slave cage or a dungeon or what? Don't be shy here. Tell me all your dirt. I used to be a slut, I tell you, back in my day. And I think that's why now that I'm older, I have no desire to date around and be with different guys. I just don't like. I've done my partying and sleeping around for a lifetime, you know? One of those best movies I ever watched was The Notebook and A Walk to Remember. A Walk to Remember. Was that with Winona Ryder? A Walk to Remember? No, I was basically property to men. It's a lifestyle. Thank you. I got out of it. Then I got off drugs right after. Oh, Ricky, so you were, well, good for you. You got out of it. If you probably had to do drugs to do it, right? I mean, if you were, so property, was it like willingly that you were? That's a lifestyle you chose to do? I find this shit interesting. More than half my masters were drug dealers. Oh, I haven't. You're right, Robert. I've never met the one. No, Robert, I feel like they're not out there. I feel like maybe, I don't know. I don't think I could be a nun now, could I? I don't know. If you turn your life over to God, even if you've been a slut, I think you can still be a nun, can't you? 6 days ago, you wore a lovely shirt and blue jeans. I love to see you in that stuff again. I'm wearing jeans tomorrow. It's Jean Friday for work. Oh, Mandy Moore. Okay, Mandy Moore is beautiful, isn't she? Tell you what, I'll make a video to explain it. I mean, I got into it. It's too complicated. Do, Ricky, make a video, hon. I would love to listen to it. I mean, people think I'm like a prissy now and I'm just, whatever. And I may be now, but back in the day, shit, I did it all. I love a good tearjerker. Me too. But I'm more into crime stuff. I love crime, like FBI, like Law and Order SVU, Chicago PD. I like Chicago Med. That's not, that's not crime, but I like it. I mean, oh, you know what's back in April? That new series. It's like after Law and Order SVU. Elliot's the main character on there. Elliot, who was on Law and Order. My fave though is gory horror films, which I loved since you were a kid. Not me. I don't like those. Those are scary. I love all the crime. I just do. I used to love Snapped, but I haven't watched that in a long time. Law and Order Organized Crime. That's what yes. That's back. That's coming back this month, Ricky. I was like, Law and Order's back. All the other ones are back. Why is that one not back? You don't have to be a virgin to be a nun. No, but don't you have to, I mean, does it depend on your lifestyle, or as long as you're not living that way anymore, you can be a nun? I'm thinking about being a nun, you guys. That particular shirt, you may look stunning if you wear a skirt with that shirt. Can you please wear that shirt on your next? I don't know what shirt it is. Oh, ID Network. Yeah. I'm not so much into the documentaries of crime anymore. I used to be. I'm just not so much anymore, the real life ones. But I mean, I can't say I don't like them because there are a few that I really have enjoyed watching. But I don't know. I don't like the ones where, like, how do I explain it? Like the police officers are talking and, they're going from person to person. I just don't like those. Yes, I used to watch that all the time. Who was that one lady that had the big, oh gosh. She used to be on like before, after Nancy Grace. Jane something, wasn't it? Jane, is she still there? I can't remember. What, Jane? No, not Jane. It started with a J. I know that. But yeah, I'm really into crime shows. I used to go to I didn't go to. I went with a friend who was very interested in those swinger clubs. Ugh, those. Can you imagine me in there, you guys? I was just like, what am I supposed to do? Like, they had a dance floor, they had food. I'm like, ew, I don't want to touch none of that food. And then they had like porns playing up on the screens, and we were just walking by, and he needed a girl to go with him because he couldn't go in by himself. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So we're like walking by these rooms. I mean, they weren't closed doors or anything, but all of these rooms were different. And you'd see like one woman and like five guys all on one, and then you'd see a couple with one girl or a couple with a guy. I mean, just crazy stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I want out of here. It was so weird. As long as you like eating at the Y, for most are lesbian at those superiors. The superiors are bullies. Hi, Eric. Gosh, even with a hottie a hoodie on. Aw, thank you. Jane Seymour. No, Robin. She was a commentator. She was, you know how there's Nancy Grace? There was this woman too. She had her own show. Do you know what I'm talking about? She had big teeth and her hair just, I was like, always get a new hairdo, girl. I forgot her name. It started with a J. Oh, come on. Anyways, and I say, you know what? everybody likes their own thing. If you're a couple and you that turns you on and you don't get jealous or whatever, have at it. For me, I couldn't do it with my part. There's no way I could do that with my partner. Well, because and there we go back to, I feel if you get married under God, your body's for God, for your partner only. Otherwise, why get married? What's the point? Can you tell my hair's actually starting to grow? I've been using that spray and it's working. Don't worry about it. I've been there before. I can't remember her. It's Jane something or something. Oh, Robin, to a swingers club? Is that what you're talking about? I used to go to raves all the time, drop E. Thank God I'm still alive because I did a lot of drugs. I mean, I tried, not a lot, but we would have somewhere to go every single night to some bar. And I should not be here today, really. I got in cars with guys, with my friends. I mean, we go to after hours parties, and I drove after I had drank, and I always thank God for never allowing me to harm somebody doing that. It was so stupid. Kids, man. So, there's nothing that I haven't really done that I have missed out on. Hi, Waste of Space. Jane's when she was filming Dr. Quit. Oh, I like Jane Seymour. Yes, she's here in Florida. Oh, Jane Seymour is? I'm trying to see something really quick. And, I've dated men, I've dated women. I don't like either one of them. What do they call that when you aren't interested in either sex? You just like fall in love with a tree or something? I'm going to marry my vape. How about that? Going to the swingers club? Yes, it's embarrassing. Especially when you feel like when you're walking through there, you're like a piece of meat, Robin. When you're walking through, men and women are looking at you and what they're thinking. Ever hear of the Wade Wilson case? No. Yes. He's the one, he has that, like the pictures I've seen, he's got his mouth stitched closed. Yeah, you feel like a piece of meat. I remember one time I was dating this guy, right? But his friend was really cute. But I wasn't interested, to hook up with him. He was just a cutie. And we had all gone out and done ecstasy. And one night we went back to my place. We always used to party together. But this one night, my boyfriend tried to allow his friend to start kissing on me while he was doing other things. I was upset. I really was. I was like, this isn't going to work out. Like, for one, if you wanted to do that, maybe you should have asked me ahead of time, Maybe, we could have planned it. I don't know. I just didn't. Oh, Kris Jenner. I can't stand that woman. You guys, the Kardashians are evil. I used to think, well, at least they're one family who's, talks about God on their show, and they try to be good people. No, they're evil AF. Waste of Space. Wade is hot. Ricky. So you're not into threesomes? Not like that, Robert. Maybe, I don't know. Just because I thought the guy was cute doesn't mean I wanted to, hook up with him. I mean, I can think someone's cute without, and I think it just bothered me more that my boyfriend just thought he could throw that on me like that. I would rather do that with somebody that I don't care about, if I'm going to do that, I want it to be just no strings attached, not in a relationship, just something for fun, but not somebody that I'm going to try to be in a relationship with. I'm happily married, and my husband and I have been part of a committed throuple for 6 years now. He wanted to share. Robert says he wanted to share. She wears glasses. She's a forensic scientist. I cannot remember her name, but it starts with a G. Oh, the one I'm talking about, Robin? A choice we made because I could no longer physically have sex anymore. And that's your guys' choice. Yes, she looks like a joker. Yes, her. Yes, Robin, you got it, girl. So you guys are in a part of a committed throuple. So, and there's people that have, what's that, Ricky, you'd know probably. What's that relationship called when like a married couple has a woman come and live with them? I can't remember. There's a certain name for it. Somebody, oh, that guy looks like a joker, but this woman looks like a joker too, Robin. That's funny you said that. This couple that I know actually wanted me to do that with them, and I'm not attracted to them whatsoever. I might have thought about it, but I'm not attracted to them whatsoever. No, not swinger. There's a name for it, waste of space. They have specific terms. God, I can't remember what it's called. And like Ricky, in your situation, if you're okay with that, then that's your choice, and that's whatever works for each individual relationship, right? Seriously though, honey, that's what you're saying? That's a trouble. I've heard it called something else. What? So that's the third person, the trouble, right? And they called it something else too. There's another name I'm also thinking about. So Ricky, is it a man? Our choice actually made our marriage stronger, and that does happen too. It does. Ricky Brahman says, "Oh my, calm down." So, because you're not into women, right, at all. So, is it the man? There's a man in the throuple. Is it called a throuple? And some people it does. Now, I've seen horror stories about people who have decided to bring a third person into a relationship and then say one of the married people ends up falling in love or developing real feelings for that person, and then they start sneaking off behind the back of the spouse, right? Or they develop feelings for each other, and then the spouse starts to feel like, well, you don't kiss me that way, or you don't do that to me. And I've heard, but then there's also good stories where it's really helped marriage relationships, like you just said, Ricky. Fuck no, I'm strictly dickly. What do women's vaginas gross you out? I always say it would suck to be a man because, when they go and hook up with a woman, she may be looking all good. She's got a nice body. You go down, get ready, take your clothes off, go into the bed, and what do you do? Yes, she does. She has funny hair. You know what I'm saying? And then the tea bag. Remember, she tried to say she was gay. Give me a effing break. She made it sound like come on, she's not. So I want to see this show called Natalia Speaks. Listen, I started watching this show called A Good American Family right here. That one, Good American Family. And that girl in there, she is, what does she have? Dwarfism, right? And they adopt her. And they've just been wanting a girl for so long, and Now it looks like this show, Natalia Speaks, right there, is about the girl that's in that show right there, Good American Family. She ends up being a demon child, you guys. I haven't got through the whole, even one whole show yet, one episode, but she ends up being a demon child. Thank you for the 12 thumbs up, you guys. No vaginas. No vaginas are fine. I sure never liked women. I declared I wanted to marry Batman when I was 6, so my family knew I wasn't going to be straight. A menage a trois person, 3 really menage a trois. That's fucking creepy as fuck. Did you watch it? Ricky, did you watch it? The Natalia Speaks? Yeah, some people just know when they're young. Ricky, did your family accept you like that? Like, did they accept you when they knew, when you knew that you? I saw all the news items. I haven't seen this show. You got to watch it. Do you have Hulu? Well, it might be on other stuff too, but the Good American Family shows the story of it, how it started, I think. But I haven't started Natalia Speaks yet. Can I say Avant? Hi, can you say Avantika? Thank you for subscribing. I don't know how to say that word, but Avantika? Avantika? Avantika. So yeah, there's some really good shows on right now, but when I get home from work, you guys, she was never exactly, hey there, Thurman Kiko. I don't know how to say that. When I get home from work, like today, I got home from work probably about 6 o'clock because I had to work late. And, my commute home is so long, right? It's so nice, you guys, to be able to wake up. I mean, when I'm working at this property, to wake up, brush my teeth, throw my hair back sometimes, make sure my face is washed, brush my teeth, throw on some clothes. Sometimes I don't shower because I've bathed the night before or showered the night before. And walk to work. And it takes me like 45 seconds. I love that. But when I work at the other property, it takes me about 20 minutes to get there. That sucks. Anyway, this has been fun, hun. I gotta finish some stuff before bed. Much love, everyone in chat. So you too, sweetie. Good night. Thanks for popping in and visiting with us for a while. You've been with us for 48 minutes. Thank you. I do appreciate that because, when I'm scrolling, sometimes I just will not chat because it's a pain in the ass to sit there and have to type. And then if you hit the wrong key, sometimes I just am not in the mood to deal with it. So I appreciate it. Good night, Ricky. I'll see you next time. So I wanna look something up really quick. Hold on. Hold please. Oh, also, you guys, this Chris Watts case is still, Robert, you remember when I was off and on talking about the Chris Watts case and I ordered those books? I still got to finish those books. The Chris Watts case is still, people are still going over the Chris Watts case. It's crazy. Like has it been 8 years now? Oh, it was in 2018. 2018. Yeah. There's people that are still talking about it, trying to contact people who was in prison with him or whatever. Yeah, why in the hell would you write a guy in prison? Why? And especially when you have kids, you know? Okay, I don't want that. Okay, I don't want to do that. 1 second. Why? I don't want Hulu. Google here. I want to read something. No, I don't want TikTok either. Why can't I just... Oh my gosh. Oh, I need to close all these down. That's why. I have all these windows open in here. Okay, that's why. All right. 1 second, guys. Is it one of my residents is go. Is it doing anything? One of my residents gave me some chocolate because I shared that one with them. Remember I told you about that? The amount of letters he gets. Well, the police aren't. They have closed the case. Right, Robert, they have closed the case. Robert, can you tell my hair is growing? What did I do with that chocolate? Oh, I have a taco here from Taco Time still. This chocolate is from, where is it? Venezuela. And it almost tastes like there's it's a red wine almost. She goes to like this chocolate festival every year, and she buys like $400 worth of chocolate. And so she had me try a whole bunch of pieces of chocolate. Really, Robin? It looks shiny. I mean, it is growing. Finally. I mean, not a lot, but all right. Okay. Hold on. So I was talking about what are the main reasons thruples don't work. This says most of the time they end because the original couple didn't actually do any of the emotional labor required to deconstruct their original relationship and have a healthy triad relationship to offer another person. And eventually something occurs that threatens the original relationship between the couple, and they place all the blame on the new person and end the triad to protect their original relationship. The last actually healthy triad I was a part of ended because one of the people in it decided they needed to divert their time and energy somewhere else, so ended their relationship with me. However, I continued to date our mutual partner, their husband, and we simply transitioned back into the dynamic we had before we decided to try dating as a triad. I mean, I think it's because differing expectations for what was acceptable behavior, different expectations for level of enmeshment, expectations that the third would progress relationships with the original two at the exact same pace, feelings of ownership and entitlement. Yeah, it's I mean, you have to have, okay, this person writes, triads are so volatile to begin with. While there is goodness in the optimism that people have when entering them, it's naive to assume they will last, especially using the logic of the positive fantasies that couples often make of such a situation if it's a couple and a newer addition. Many people fall into a trap of starting out with an expectation, and when it doesn't match reality, it breaks them down. There are situations in life that you work for where that logic is totally acceptable and the loss experience is acceptable. Say you don't get a good grade, you project your project doesn't get funded. But when you apply that to someone else's emotional reaction based on something you did for them or a situation you made in a relationship, then you will find that people are really unpredictable. Plans change. If you tie your emotions to that imagined outcome, it's going to leave you with negative emotions when it happens differently. And if you let those emotions dictate your actions, you're going to make problems in your relationships. Or you'll make a reputation for yourself that way if you repeat that behavior. It's best to allow yourself time for mistakes. Roll with the punches and make the most of things. People go into triads with a lot of expectations. Yeah, it's David the Christian. Hello. How are you, David? Um, I am so ugly. I strangled my mother because she gave me bad genes, but now Jesus Christ help love my mother after trip to psych ward. You explain. Yes, it looks better than the crew cut you had when we first met, but you looked good that way also. I just look like longer hair on one. David, I've seen your channel. Hi, Yvette. Today I'm grateful for my life. Being my 84th birthday, I am blessed with four. You are 84? Happy birthday. God is good. Amen. Everybody give Yvette happy birthdays. David, you didn't strangle your mother, did you? Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. My hands are all red. Look at that. Happy birthday, dear Yvette. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. And many more. Hey, Soulshine. Nice to see you. David, you really strangled your mom? You're welcome, sweetheart. I didn't know it was your birthday today. You are not 84. Stop it. I better now that I am Christian, no string. So did your mother survive, David? I've seen your channel. I think I subscribed to it. Did I? Yvette, everyone's saying happy birthday. Yes, I was in a bad place because ugly, so mother put me in psych ward in Taiwan. I had to drop out of college. Read my first message, beautiful. Hold on, people tell me to wrote. No, that's terrible. Don't ever do that. Soulshine. Hi, pretty lady. Oh, I saw it way up there. Okay. Well, hello, honey. My mother lived and put me in psych ward. And that helped you change your life? That helped you change your life? God is good, isn't he? All the time. We're the ones that are little, you know what? I only saw that one, sweetie. 11:42. Read my first message. Happy birthday, Yvette. Yvette, happy birthday. It doesn't tell me the time next to it. The first one I see from you is hi, pretty lady. That's the first message I see. See, sometimes that happens with this. It's happened to Robert before, too. What did you say, honey? Yeah, but you're welcome, sweetheart. Is that the first message you said, honey? I'm talking about that polka dot shirt you were wearing 6 days ago. Please put up. You know how many days ago what shirt I was wearing? Yes, I Christian now. No longer strangle mother. I don't need girlfriend or so. All I need is Jesus. I write. Aw. That's awesome. I love hearing when people have turned to God. I love that. Turn your eyes upon Jesus. I love all the old hymns, you guys. Who's going to church on Easter, you guys? You're proud to be 48? Well, I feel blessed that you're here with us on your birthday, honey. Did you have a good birthday? Yvette, did you have a good birthday? 84. That's a long life. That's a good life, right? Robin says, Yvette, you probably look 35. Robin, when are we going to do a live and you come up? You want to do it this weekend? You want to have a live stream this weekend, Robin? Hey, Casey. Nice to see you, hun. You're in the hospital, hun? Sue Soul Sister, are you in the hospital? You had a good birthday. What'd you do, Yvette? Me. You guys want to? That would be fun. Nice, you too, honey. Nice to see you again. Looking forward for the Holy Week and Easter. Amen. Can you guys kind of brainstorm of a topic we could talk about? I mean, we can goof off, we can have fun, we can play games or something. But if you guys want to discuss anything, if there's a true crime case you guys want to talk about, or anything, politics, well, maybe we should steer away from politics because people get mad. People get mad during politics. I don't want to make anybody cranky. Ink wells are not nice. What's that? What's an ink well? What is that? I don't know what that is. You guys, just so you know, I have to say it. You can subscribe. You can join my membership. I know I can give out membership. I got 17 thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for the thumbs up. It helps my channel. You can subscribe. You can join my memberships. You can super chat. And my Cash App is in the description if you would like to send a tip through super chat or Cash App. Received many phone calls and birthday cards from family and friends. You know, Yvette, it's not about the gifts, right? Incels told me to wrote due to ugliness. Well, quit. Don't focus on that. You've said that a few times on here. Don't focus on that, David. Let it go. These people are nothing to you. You know who would be very upset if you did that? God. And that's all that matters. I don't matter. Nobody else in this box matters. So I was going to write after Ahmed. Has anybody heard of the Idaho 4 murders? Yes, I have. Yep. Brian Kohlberger, that one. Mother, limit my internet access now. That's good because the internet can be a very ugly, dangerous place. It can. That's good. Don't ever harm your mother again. You know what I try to tell my son? I'm like, son, do you understand that out of everybody in the entire world, okay, anybody, you could pick anybody, out of anybody in the entire world, your mother is the only one, or the only one that you can know for sure never has a vendetta against you, never has any plans to manipulate you, to harm you, to lie to you, to ever want anything bad to happen to you. Your mother is the one person in this world who will always, always, no matter what you do, be there for you, who is always in your corner, who is always praying for you. Dr. Pimple Popper has a short about what's happening to your... Oh, really? Dr. Pimple Popper? We will celebrate on the Easter weekend when the 2 daughters and families are here. As for the 2 sons from the States, they're coming in July. Oh, how exciting. I need to message my daughter. Because she's kind of struggling right now. She has 3.5 more months left during her pregnancy. And she went to the doctor and she has to now take her, they're telling her she could later in life become diabetic because something, I don't know the term, but she's scared because some number's high. So she has to be checking her stuff every day. And her husband isn't being very attentive. He's, how it is. Thank you, you guys. Thank you, David. Thank you, Yvette. I'm worried for her because it's rough being pregnant as it is. And then she has a 15-month-old and a husband, unfortunately, who is becoming more and more like my ex. And she's like, Mom, why did you ever set me up with him? And I'm like, because, I thought you guys, could go out on a date. I didn't know you guys would get married. I didn't know you would date for 5 years and then get married and have a family. I didn't know that. But my daughter knows her worth, and I love that. She's a strong girl, and she's like, he's not treating me how I deserve to be treated. Then what do you say to that, I did. I set her up because me and her husband, before it was her husband, worked at the same place. And he had a good work ethic. He was quiet. He was, smart. He was a good-looking kid. I thought, my daughter was a little bit older than him, but not much. And I thought, maybe they'd get along. And they did. I mean, they were inseparable. She's borderline toxic. Yes, and what's scary is last time when she was almost ready to deliver the baby, she got sepsis. Aw, Robin. Thank you. That's what I tell her. I said, you always have me, honey, always. And she's like, I know, Mama. She calls me Mama. She goes, I know, you're so good to me. But I messaged her husband and I said, straighten it up. I said, quit being petty. Okay, because my daughter does a lot of research into things, right? Into health. She's like, Mom, I've been eating so healthy. I've been doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing just so I would be healthy through this. Now she's getting scared because last time she ended up with sepsis and was this close to dying. And so she looked things up and found out that this thing that she has, this issue she has, is caused from the man not eating right, not doing things. And she had been talking to him during, before they ever had another, got pregnant again. And then while she was pregnant, saying, you got to eat healthier, you got to do, and he just wouldn't do it. And so she kind of jokingly around, but was kind of serious, said, this is your fault. And he got all butthurt about it and gave her the silent treatment and whatever. And I'm like, grow up, dude. Quit being so petty. She was joking, but who cares, even if she wasn't? Let it go. She's pregnant. God. You want your A1C blood sugar at or below 5.7 without diabetes. She's lucky to have you as her mother. Thank you, Yvette. He's being petty just by, he's a baby. So he was the firstborn in his family. His mom had 3 boys, right? He was the oldest, and then he had 2 twin brothers. Well, his mom, it kind of reminds me of how my mom is with my younger brother. Not literally, but it's almost like they're in love with their son. Just they can do no wrong. They're perfect. That's how his mom was with him. And she kind of started getting in the way of their relationship. And my daughter's like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with your mom. No. And so, anyways, he's just one of those guys who's not manly man. He's like one of one of those guys get his feelings hurt and just a baby. 6.5 or higher, you have to. Really, Robert? She needs to make meals that are healthy for her. He can do his own. Right, Robin, but she's sick. Yeah, she's like, she's been eating healthy. She's been feeding the baby really healthy stuff. Like, she won't even, I was going to buy her this, it was a microwave or something. I can't remember what it was. But because of what the microwave was made out of, she's like, Mom, I can't have that one. Pots and pans, she will not use certain ones. And she's very much into that. If even clothes, like things like she will not use things with chemicals. Place her in God's hands. Soy boy, is that what you call him, David? God's hands, like we did with our son when he walked with no money. Little food and no water from northern Alberta, El Paso to help the poor. Oh my gosh, your son did that, Yvette? Hello, Girardi. I don't know how to say that. I was 8.9% last visit to the doctors, and they were trying to get me. Robert, that's scary. Honey, are you okay? You're from India. Well, welcome from India. Are you okay, Robert? That's amazing, Yvette, that he walked that far. And God got him there, right? Because you guys were praying for him. I hate seeing my kids sad, you guys. My son, going through his stuff. My daughter going through her stuff. Oh, thank you. Here, let me. No, how's that? Is that better? How about that? How about that? So it sucks. I hate when my kids, I really just need to get my ass in gear, get a new car like I need, get it paid off, and I need to get a house. I have to, because you know what? I want to get a house. You guys are going to think I'm effing crazy, but I want to get a house, and I want my family to come live with me. I want us just all to live together in one big happy family. I had the same problem, and my granny put me on a carnivore diet completely, and luckily it worked. It was hard, but it was worth it. Carnivore. I don't know if she's ever tried the carnivore. I know she's tried the other 2. What are the other ones? Now Hacker. What do you mean now Hacker? Oh, with the hood? Ow! I'm getting stomach pains, you guys. I'm I did start these though, you guys. Hold on, I'll tell you what I started. I did start these. I finally got these Primal Queen. These are supposed to be really good for you. Ladies, I'll tell you what's in them. It may sound gross, but it's supposed to be very good for you. It's supposed to give you energy. It's supposed to do a lot of good things. Money is not everything. My parents bought me a Ferrari, but I still had no girlfriend. Yeah, I don't even like Ferraris. I don't like those fancy cars. Even though your kids are older, you should do a movie night with them during the weekend. That would be fun. I know. One of our residents let me borrow her VCR, which my ex-husband messaged and he wanted it so him and my son could watch dirt biking movies together, from ones from when he was little. He never came to get the VCR, so obviously he didn't follow through with his plan with my son. When my son was going through that emotional stuff, like talking about not wanting to be here anymore, excuse me, and my husband, my ex-husband, and my ex-father-in-law talked to him, and then my son came and got Sosa, remember? And I said, he seems so happy. And I think it's because my ex-husband made plans with him, because he never does anything with him. And now I think he let him down. I think he didn't follow through with the plans. So Primal Queen, you guys, this stuff. It's made with, Robert, can you tell me what bovine is? Bovine uterus powder containing fallopian tubes, bovine ovary powder, bovine liver powder, bovine kidney powder, and bovine heart powder. It's beef. Yeah, that's what it is. It's beef. It's 100% grass-fed and pasture-raised beef organs. Oh, it says take 2. Ideally 1 with each meal. Okay, so if I only eat once a day, then I only take 1. That's right, Robert. I remember you telling me that. So it's supposed to give you more energy, better hormones. It's gluten-free, 100% grass-fed, beef organ superfoods, non-GMO. You guys should try it. My grown son and 2 granddaughters have moved home with me, and I've not been so happy in many years. That's what I want. I think that's what I want, Soulshine. I just don't think, and if I meet somebody, great, but I want to be with my family. I'm going to have another grandchild, you know. We thought our own children to get a job and buy a car they could afford. This is how you teach them responsibility. They keep me younger, I think. The kids, yeah. What did David say? Money's not everything. My parents bought me up. That's right. I mean, they got to know responsibility, right? So I take one of these in the morning, and it comes, this is peppermint. I don't know if they put it in here to keep it fresh or what, but I am excited to see how these work. I've heard a lot about them. Isn't that a cute little jar? So cute. See, it's packaging, you guys. Yeah, kids. I just need to be with my kids, you guys. That's how I feel. But I gotta get on the ball. I gotta stop buying shit. I gotta stop buying stuff and just focus on what I need to focus on, because I can do it. You know, I could do it if I just focus and don't spend money on other stuff. I haven't been going to the grocery store a lot, which I'm glad. I went and did a grocery shopping 4 days ago. Cost $125. But other than that, I stopped and bought a couple Red Bulls one night after work and my Snickers ice cream bars. And that was it. So I'm doing better. My life is no longer boring. They take me with them all the time. I meet a lot of people through them ever. Even a nice gentleman caller. Ooh. I figure, in God's time, if that's his plan for me. Have you guys, Robert, have you been hearing that a lot of people are turning on Trump? Have you guys heard that? I don't know what's going on. Why are people turning on him? I got these oranges, extra sweet navel oranges. I want to try one. Yeah, I've heard it. Naveen, nope. I'm not. But I try not to watch the news as well. There's like a fuzzy on me or something. Let's see how these are. They're supposed to be. Oh, shoot. I can't open these with my thumbs this time. Damn it. How am I going to... I don't have an orange peeler, guys. Let me see if I can do it. Hold on. Damn it. I do miss Sosa, that's for sure. Maybe my son will ask me tomorrow to take him. Because guess what? The girl that walks him when I'm at work, she got a job at a school, you guys. So I'm happy for her, but I'm bummed because Sosa really liked her. And she would come 3 times a day when I needed her sometimes. And that was really nice to have her, because she lives close. And she would even bring her kids sometimes. And Sosa was really good around her kids, and I guess they talk about him when they're at home and they miss him. I'm like, oh, they miss my Sosa. My son better giving him his flea medicine. It's gonna be flea season coming up right now. Shit. That's the other thing. For some reason, he doesn't see the urgency or the importance of the things that I do, Like, I don't want Sosa getting fleas. It's going to be miserable for Sosa, and it'll be miserable for my son because, the fleas are going to be climbing all over him. So, I sent home the flea medicine when he picked up Sosa. I should have just done it right then and there, damn it. And I didn't. Stupid me. I'm scared. I gotta check my checking account too, because, they caught those ones, but what if they didn't catch maybe a couple before that? Shit. They might not have. They caught those 4. Oh my goodness, these are messy. You can't even, how am I supposed to eat this? These are messy. I hope to goodness they didn't get away with, oh, these are sweet, you guys. These are sweet oranges. Have you ever had these? The extra sweet oranges? Oh, they do? I know. We are proud and strong Canadians and will never become the 51st state. Yes, I've heard that. I think it's because Elon has decided to break away. A lot of older people and those on disability are upset. It's just that I haven't heard. Here's the thing, Yvette has a different opinion than us. But We respect everybody's opinions in here. Here's the thing. Like Robert said, we've had to pay out the behind for tariffs for years, right? Centuries, whatever. And then Trump decides to put tariffs, and now now he's terrible. That was cost us it's not right. It's not fair. So I don't know. I think if people just calm down, they'll realize it's all going to work out in the end. But everybody's freaking out because they don't know what he's planning, you know? Robert says, we don't want Canada anyway. There's a speech by Ross Perot that explains the tariffs everyone should listen to. Now you do, but you didn't before. What, Robert? Now you do, but you didn't before. What? Ross Perot. Oh, I remember Ross Perot. Sue, what's it say? I mean, it's probably a lot to type, but where's the speech? I can look it up right now, and we can listen to it. Is Ross Perot dead? You guys, these oranges are good. Oh, they didn't before, right? Let's be nice, you guys, in the chat. We don't want to fight. But there are some people turning against Trump. I've heard. Like that one popular guy. What's his name? What's his name? I'll tell you. Hold on. These are good. One of my residents at the other property gave me a refrigerator for the office. I already bought one from Home Depot for the other property. Before she gave me this one, so now I have a refrigerator in my office for this property. So now I have a refrigerator on both properties. It's kind of cool. I'm praying for both your president and our prime minister. Thank you. Yes. You guys have a new one, don't you? To recap our losses. Well, I got orange stuck in my tooth, you guys. Sorry. I mean, that's what people need to do, right, Yvette? Pray. Like, Robert, can you share the link I posted here? Ahmad has to do it. Let me see, honey. I hate to cut this short. I have to go feed the animals that are almost outside. Hopefully you're still back on the time. Okay, honey. Good night, sweetie. Love you. Hey, let's try to go live this weekend, okay? Let me try to find it. Have a good night, sweetie. Let me look. Don't forget. Where is the link? I don't see it. I don't even see it, Sue's little sister. Let me see. I want to know. Can you, if you tell me the name of it, I can just look it up, sweetheart. Should I just look up Ross Perot's speech? Tomorrow's Friday, you guys. Thank God it's Friday because I need a weekend. Well, I was born in upstate New York and lived in Kingston, Ontario for several years with my French Canadian grandmother. Oh, you did? I would love that. And I didn't mean to say almost. I got a bunch of animals, cats outside. Sorry. Okay, hon. That's okay. I want to come to Florida and see you. Teen kidnapped, tortured, and killed while couple eats. Wait, what? Okay, I'm not worrying about that right now. Let me see if I can find Ross Perot. Is it a debate? Oh, Ross Perot tariffs right here. Was it from, there's one that's 11 years ago, and there's one that Joe Rogan reacts to, or one Ross Perot in 1992 presidential debate discussed NAFTA and the giant sucking sound. I don't know what that is. Ross Perot battles Al Gore. Trump accused of market manipulation after friends make 2.5 billion remark. Ross Perot. Okay, honey. Let me see. It's got to be this one. Ross Perot nailed it on free trade. I don't want to watch Joe Rogan. I just want to hear the Ross Perot speech. That's it. Who knows? We could be related. I'm French. Yvette. Ross Perot dies at 89. That was 5 years ago. Ross Perot balancing the budget and reforming government. Trump announces 90-day pause on tariffs excluding China. I did hear that. Elon Musk calls Peter Navarro a moron. Okay, I need to find out which one's the right one. That's a short, so I want to just hear the one. I don't want to listen to Joe Rogan. Well, that's only 8.29 minutes. We'll try it.
All over the country. So we use Google Meet to connect with our staff. No.
The Joe Rogan experience.
Let me know what let me think about what I think about things instead of being inundated by all these other people's thoughts.
Oh, it's a short?
All day long, which is valuable. It's good to get, in that what happened with, it's a great speech. So the vote in the
Okay, let's see.
was that you had to read.
Have no health care.
Here we go.
Voted for Bush.
Pay $1 an hour for labor, hire young 25. That's assuming you've been in business for a long time. You've got a mature workforce. And you can move your factory south of the border.
A lot of people that would have voted for Bush voted for Ross, and the people that were already going to vote for Clinton voted for Clinton, and Clinton won. But play this, Gene.
$13, $14 an hour for factory workers. And you can move your factory south of the border, pay $1 an hour for labor, hire a young 25. That's assuming you've been in business for a long time. You've got a mature workforce. Pay $1 an hour for your labor. Have no health care. That's the most expensive single element making a car. Has no environmental controls, no pollution controls, and no retirement. And you don't care about anything but making money. There will be a giant sucking sound going.
There it is, right there. That's it.
If the people send me to Washington, the first thing I'll do is study that 2,000-page agreement and make sure it's a two-way street. One last point here. I decided I was dumb and didn't understand it, so I called a who's who of the folks who've been around it. And I said, why won't everybody go south? They said, we'll be disrupted. I said, for how long? I finally got them up for 12 to 15 years. And I said, well, how does it stop being disrupted? And that is when their jobs come up from $1 an hour to $6 an hour and ours go down to $6 an hour, then it's leveled again. But in the meantime, you've wrecked the country with these kinds of deals.
Jesus Christ,
He was
what
right.
a fucking smart man.
He was right, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened. American manufacturing collapsed. Yeah, and they did it all for money, and they did it all because they were greedy. They were already rich.
Right.
And if we could have just gotten those motherfuckers some ayahuasca,
Jesus Christ, they'd have smoothed the fuck
Ayahuasca.
out.
Mary
they said,
Marley.
oh, okay.
Yeah, let's be nice.
Let's make Canadian tax rate. I know it's higher than Americans.
Listen, hold on.
It's the Canadian tax rate.
Hold on.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's expensive. So they,
What percentage of the Canadians pay in taxes?
so I don't know.
Let's find that out. What's the Canadian tax rate? I know it's higher than Americans.
I know mine's a bitch.
And when you go over there, you have to pay taxes too. Like if you do a gig,
Yeah, you have to pay taxes.
yeah, you pay Canadian taxes on your
And you
gig.
get paid in Canadian dollars. I'm not going up there much for shows.
Yeah.
But, you know,
So here it is. Canada's top federal income tax rate is 33%, while the U.S. is 37%.
right.
However, when combining federal, provincial, state taxes, Canadians often face higher marginal rates across various income levels. That's interesting. That theirs is only 33%, ours is 37%. I thought ours was lower than theirs.
I thought ours was 40.
Well, it is when you get to a certain tax bracket, correct? Isn't it? Ours changes when you get higher, right?
It does.
33% on the portion over $246,000. What's ours in terms of like the highest tax bracket? What's the highest U.S. Is it 37? That's what it is? What's really crazy to me is when people say the rich should pay more taxes. Okay, fine. But where do you think that's going? Where's that going? Where's the money going? Is the money going to the federal government? Do you think they're good at it? Do you think they're good at managing your money? Have you paid attention to all the shit Elon's fucking uncovered? 37% is when you make over $609,000 a year. That's you, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, that's me last month.
This is the thing. It's like, I'm happy to pay tax if I thought that they were doing a great job.
Right.
But it's just you are being strong-armed.
We don't
and
know
giving money
at
to
all
people
where
that
the
do a
money's
really
going.
shitty job
Well,
of protecting
we
your
do.
money and investing in
Why
the
should
country.
they be
It's
in
a lot
charge
it's
of our
going to
money?
Bureaucracy
Why?
and bullshit and a bunch of things that you don't have any say in. If you could like opt out of it, if you could like
Yeah.
imagine if you like pick what you know, if you had like a whole tax sheet, would you like your money to go to? Would you like your money to go to?
Yeah, we
overthrowing
should be able to
governments?
choose,
No.
and we should
Like,
get
what if
proof
the
that that's
federal
where it
government's
went.
budget was entirely based on the will of the people. Like you get to choose. Like how much of your money
It
you
should
want to put
be.
into drone strikes in Yemen. I says I want zero.
That's what
of
they
money
should
going
do.
to that.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
how much money do you want to go to this or that or clean water?
Schools
Okay,
or
clean water, okay.
whatever.
You know, how much infrastructure? Yeah, fuck yeah, fix the streets.
Well, I'm kind of,
You know?
I agree with you. And
Why
I've
should
just
they be
heard
in
say
control
this,
of where our
that,
money goes?
You know, that everybody should have access to health care and education.
100%.
And
The whole country.
The whole country,
We should be a
everybody, that
community.
would rise us all up.
100%. Less losers.
Yeah.
That's how you make America great. Less losers. Less people that are saddled down with a lifetime of debt because they broke their leg. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, medical bills, you guys, as you know, I'm sure, medical bills can destroy you. It can destroy your life. Owing dental bills, medical bills, you don't have health insurance, and what if you have to get a surgery? What if you get cancer? That's not okay. Something's got to be done. You know, that shouldn't, medical and education, I agree. People should have access to it because it's not like a, what do you call it? What's the word? It's not like, I think it should be a right. It's a right. You should be able to have medical care and education, because all these kids that come from families who are on welfare, they have no money, but they want to go to college. And yes, there's scholarships available, there's things like that, but what if they can't get a scholarship? Or what if, or they have to get a loan and then they have to pay this $100-something thousand loan back? That's why we have elections, Bella. We elect people to properly handle our money in the government. Right, Robert? And then they don't handle it in the government, right? It's going to things like Elon named off all these crazy things in all these other countries to study all this crazy rats doing this and drag queens, reading stories in Zimbabwe, things like that. It's like, we should be able to, they should have to show us all the time where everybody's tax money went, My stomach's gurgling. I've been on here almost 2 hours, y'all. But tomorrow's Friday, so I will probably, I'm not gonna promise, but I'm gonna try to come on tomorrow night. And I'll do it from my computer. So, if anyone wants to come up, if Sue Soul Sister or Robin, anyone wants to come up, then they can. In Alberta, I have been seeing specialists for a year and never paid a penny. I know you guys do have great coverage for people. I do not have a private health insurance. We have Alberta. So Yvette, does everybody get the same treatment all across the board? Is that how it works? College is just an indoctrination platform anymore and means nothing, especially with the worthless degrees. That's true too. They need to bring back, what do you call it, Robert? SHOP and home ec and, all these things. They need to bring back these, what are those called? I can't think right now. Ow, my stomach hurts, like aroma dance therapy. Yeah. Ow. You know what I'm talking about. They need to bring back that stuff because kids don't do it anymore. Now they all want to do stuff to do with social media, computers, all that stuff. Yes, we do. Some do have health insurance with their jobs. Oh, so is that like a better health insurance? Or not necessarily, hon? Oh, God. I don't want to go to bed because when I go to bed, then tomorrow comes and I have to go to work. I've really been struggling. I'm hitting that year mark and I'm struggling. It's like I've come so close to just start looking for another job, but I'm going to try to hang in there. I mean, this year went pretty fast, so I'm going to try to hang in for another year and get more experience, right? And see what happens, see if I can find something because the job I do anywhere else, I've told you guys this before, but anywhere else, I'd be making $35 to $40 an hour. So with a unit also. So we get paid very little, but there's incentives. We get our bonus. So we get our bonus at the end of the year, we get equals to like a 2-week paycheck, right? So if you split that up between the year, the 12 months, and then, there's other things. We get lots of days off. We get every holiday off. There's these incentives and it does equal to money. So technically, I don't know. It's not bad. We need more in engineering degrees and physics. Screw gender studies and political science and aroma dance therapy. Thank you, Yvette. Yeah, I wasn't here when the bonuses came out last year. I wasn't here for a whole year, so I didn't get as much as everybody else. But I got like 900 something bucks, I think. That was free money, so those are just feel good degrees. I get it, Robert. I get it. All right, guys, I am gonna go lay down. I gotta wash my face, brush my teethies. Also, I was listening to this doctor, and did you guys know that if you put castor oil in your belly button, it's supposed to be very good for it's supposed to be very good for you. Good night, Yvette. Good night, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Come back tomorrow evening. It'll probably be around 7:30. I might get off a little bit early. I really need to try to get off early. I do need to go pick up some medication that's ready at the pharmacy for me, and it's quite a ways away because I didn't want to change the doctor or the pharmacy, so I still go to the same one. Good night, honey. I will see you guys tomorrow night, hopefully. Pray that I don't come home and go to sleep tomorrow. We'll party. We'll have a party. Okay. Love you guys. Sweet dreams. Sleep with the angels. I'll see you later. Bye.